Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Johnny L. Wright right here at First Methodist Church. How I bring you Love 54. L-O-V-E equals 54. L is Jesus being loyal. O is Jesus being obedient. V is Jesus being victorious. And E is for Jesus being for everyone. As we come to you on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we bring you a devotion, bring you an update, and a promise from God. I'd like to open up here simply with my Pepsi. Oh, please, the energizing people's spirit inside. Oh, Pepsi makes it right. I got a little one, but I got a big one in the way. Can you hear that? Yes. My goodness, Pepsi makes it right. Have one with me. And that's how you get your day started. At least mine. Thank you. As we come to you, a lot of things are happening. And we just want to share a devotion with you today. I have a basket here, and we always want to help the needy. And it's important for us to understand the ministry of Jesus. Jesus came down here to save the Lord saved soul. And he first came to the house of Israel, God's chosen, but he branched out to others. But in the process, he done so many wonderful miracles. He visited so many different places. He called his disciples, and he trained and he taught them, and they done a lot of things together. But one particular thing I want you to think about today is helping the needy. Here is a little basket of bread, and here is a little basket of fish. So I want to talk a little about helping the needy, because that's what Jesus did. And you and I, we're called to do the same thing. And when we look in the Gospel in the New Testament, we find all of them on the same page about the little devotion I'm talking about, helping the needy. And in the Gospel of Matthew 14:13 through 21, Jesus is talking about feeding the 5,000. In the Gospel of Mark, chapter 6, 31 through 44, Jesus is talking about feeding the 5,000. In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, 12 through 17, Jesus is talking about feeding the 5,000. And also in the Gospel of John, chapter 6, verses 1 through 14. Let me just lift up some of these special readings found in the Gospel of Matthew 14, beginning at 13. Now when Jesus heard this, he withdrew from there in a boat to a deserted place by himself. But when the crowd heard it, they followed him on foot from the town. When he went ashore, he saw a great crowd, and he had compassion with them and cured the sick, helping the needy. Okay? When it was evening, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now late. Send the crowd away, as they should go to the village and buy food for themselves." Listen to what Jesus said to them. They need not go away. You give them something to eat. So Jesus is putting it on the disciples. Jesus is putting that on us today. They replied, "We have nothing here but 5 loaves," talking about 5 loaves, the bread, and 2 fish. And he said, "Bring them here to me." Then he ordered the crowd to sit down on the grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven and blessed and broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples. And the disciples gave them to the crowd. All who ate and were filled, and they took up what was left over the broken pieces. 12 baskets. 12 baskets. Okay? From what? 5 loaves and 2 fish. All those who ate were about thousand men, besides women and children. This was enough for Jesus. Jesus showed his disciples how he was doing all of these miracles, and it was helping, and it was healing. And the people may have forgotten that it was getting late in the evening. So he left and went on another side and in the ship, and the people followed him there as well. The people were hungry for the word. The people were hungry for the message. The people were hungry to be in the spirit of the Lord, Christian friend. It's hard for you to come in contact with the Spirit and to be the same. I am one of those. And I hope and pray that you understand that and go back and read and reread. Because there's a certain action that's happened. Before he fed them, in most of the gospel I read, that there was John the Baptizer who was beheaded. And it appears that Jesus took ownership and done more and more for his people, his disciples. And then after the feeding, then we notice here in the gospel that he went again and he came walking on water. Jesus is always around for us. Will you be around for other people? As you think about prayer for the Western North Carolina, we are continuing to collect bags and clothing, especially winter clothing, trying to help them with socks and gloves, little jackets, maybe a heavy jacket, certain type of thing that would help those who it's cold up in the mountain, in the area. So we're trying to address that. We want to help the needy. And the needy comes in more than just food. There are other things that God is providing for them. We are needy. And what does he do? With food, clothing, and shelter? How can you help today? How can you help today? I was just speaking to my administrative assistant. You know, the people will never be the same. And I've listened to the song yesterday on Deidre Haddon, you know, I'll never be the same. It's amazing. So I submit to you, help those who are in need. Help those who can't help themselves. That's what Jesus did. What about you? Amen. God bless. Let's look at our activity for this week. We have had a busy week. Yesterday, on Monday, we had our Joy Circle at 6:30 in the fellowship hall. I knew they had a good time. Today at 10:30, we have our Bible study, and we're still studying in the book of 2 Corinthians. And we're on chapter 7. So we hope and pray that you come and let's just have a wonderful time. Then after we'll be journaling, have someone to pick an area where we'll go out to lunch and we'll fellowship. Tomorrow on Wednesday at 7 a.m. we have our men Bible study, which will also be in the fellowship hall. And we're studying the book of Job. Just come and we're on chapter 9. And hopefully just bring your Bible, and we just going to just open Bible discussion and just want you to feel relaxed and come. So that's tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. That's our Bible study on the book of Job. At 9 a.m. we are getting closer and closer to November 2nd, so we have Craft Day. You know, Grace and Gifts is on November 2nd from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I hope and pray that you will come out and join us because we're going to have a wonderful, and the ladies do an excellent job. I have a little pocket holder here for different things. And look what I found, and I got my tickets. Look at here. And that's for the barbecue, First Methodist Church of Havelock Methodist Men Barbecue. And it's on Saturday again, November 2nd, and it's from 11 to 2, and we got tickets for $12. And we're going to have some good old barbecue with potatoes, baked beans, slaw, roll, and also a beverage. So please come out as we continue to do God's work. Okay, on Wednesday at 4 p.m. we have our sweet hour of prayer, which will be in the chapel. Just come and let's just pray and ask God to bless our nation. All right. At 5:30 we have our cantata practice at our rehearsal at 5:30, and then at 6:15 we have our choir. On Thursday we will have at 7 a.m. we have our Rotary Club. We will meet, And then at 10 a.m., the women of Matthews will meet. All of this is 18:20. Well, all of this is happening in the fellowship hall. And on Friday, the city of Havelock trunk or treat. And we hope and pray that you get out and bring some candy as we support the city, and the kids just enjoy that. So let's go out on Friday at 5 p.m. Go to, if I'm not mistaken, the city park. That's where I believe it's going to be held at. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know on Thursday, okay? And also Friday, our newsletter day line, because we like to get our newsletter out to you. So we need your cooperation. So we like to get it in advance so we can get it to you before the first of each month, all right? On Saturday at 6 p.m., we have our bingo night. So we are trying that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll have little finger food for you to eat and just to have a blessed time. And on Sunday at 8:45, we have our Sunday school, and Marty is doing a fine job. Thank you, Marty. And at 10 a.m., we have our worship service. That's in the sanctuary. And then following, we're going to have a big old Western Sunday luncheon. And we hope and pray that you will wear your cowboy attire if you would like. And we're just going to have a simple meal, just beans, fatback, and cornbread. And I'm gonna have my pepper. I'm not gonna change it. And we have tea and water, lemonade. But I'm gonna have old Western good old meal and have a grand time. So thank you, and whatever you would like to donate, we are taking donations because we're gonna replace the door in the fellowship hall. So it's still door. So please come out and let's have a great time. Sunday school, worship, and then a family meal, Western luncheon at approximately 11 o'clock. Okay, service starts at 10, so try not to go beyond that period. All right, now let's move on with our promise from God. Our promise from God is one that's dear to my heart because it brings us back. It centers us. Whatever God is putting on your heart and whatever God has blessed you with, I believe we need to learn to be. Do you want more? Do you want more? And do you want more? And we have to be very careful because the evil spirit will always tell us we don't have enough. And there are other people are starving. People are displaced. People are without home. People are just bewildered. What about you? God has given us our faculties and God has given us strength today. Johnny right? I'm good. What about you? As we leave, I've learned to be content. Not to worry. God got this. And I'm part of it. Love you. This is Johnny All Right here on this Tuesday. What? October 22nd. Have a great. Can't wait to see you on Thursday. Love you. Bye-bye. My Pepsi makes you right. Bye.